Hello, internet friends. Good to see you again. This is Todd Clint. I'm doing another little tech nerd video for you guys. The last one was so much fun. I thought I would go ahead and do another one. So the last video that I did was on the Plugable Pro 8 docking station. And I did a video of it, unboxing it, and showing all the ways that you can set it up incorrectly with your Dell Venue 8 Pro. I think I did a fine job of showing you all the things that you could do wrong. That was all on purpose. I did that intentionally. But since that's come out, there have been a whole bunch of other videos about the Pro 8 docking station and hooking it up to your Dell Venue 8 tablet. That's kind of the obvious hookup, right? I mean, they're both Pro 8s. That's kind of what the whole thing's about. So since everybody else is doing that, I thought I would do a different one. I've got a couple of these Windows tablets. I've got the Dell Venue Pro 8, obviously, but I also have a Toshiba Encore Mini, and that's this little guy here. If you look in my videos on youtube.com/ToddClintNetcast, I've got an unboxing video for this, and I've got some other stuff. It is a Windows 8.1 tablet. It is $100 here in the US, which is about what a coffee at Starbucks costs, something like that. There's probably a Starbucks right next door to you. Wherever you are, you can just lean out the window and holler and ask them. But this is a $100 tablet. It's running full Windows, not Windows RT. It's kind of got some weak specs. It's got 1 gig of RAM. This one has 16 gig of storage, and it's got a Intel Atom processor of some variety, shape, or form. I forget what the number is. But it's, again, a $100 tablet, but not a bad little thing. But what it has in common with the Dell Venue 8 Pro, other than being just utterly adorable, is it's got the USB on-the-go jack for charging and peripherals. And you remember with the Dell Venue 8 Pro, not being able to hook up something to charge and hook up peripherals was the whole reason that this dock was invented. The whole reason its mommy and daddy got together and made it. So the obvious question then is, since this works so well with the Dell Venue 8 Pro, does it work as well with the Encore Mini? Can I take this $100 machine right here, hook it up to this $90 dock, and have a workstation? So I honestly have not tried it yet. And if it doesn't work, then I'll just delete this video and we'll never know. But I thought I would give it a shot, and so here we go. So what are the pieces? Who are the players in today's act? Well, of course, the first is the dock here, which I think I put the foot on backwards yesterday. So let's go ahead and do that the right way. Oh, that fits so much better. Okay, so there's the foot, there's the dock. We're going to go ahead and plug this in. Much like any good cooking video, I prepared this by plugging the other end into the wall. So we can just go ahead and do that part. Here's our special male-to-male micro USB cable. I don't think this is anything special for USB on the go, other than the fact that it's got male connectors on both ends. So we'll hook one end up to the dock. I'm going to do something a little different for this video. Instead of using the DVI cable that I used yesterday, included with the Pro 8 dock from the very thoughtful and considerate people at Plugable is a DVI to HDMI adapter. So I'm going to try that, because I have an HDMI cable hooked up to my monitor. So I want to plug that in here, and then I'll plug the HDMI into that as soon as I fish it out from behind my desk. I'm going to take this Ethernet adapter, plug that in right there. I'm going to be using the same wireless mouse that I used yesterday, so we'll plug the little nub for that in. I'll plug it in upside down first, because that's the rule with USB. It always takes 3 times. And then a USB keyboard. You'll have to trust me that at the other end of this is a keyboard, so we'll go ahead and plug that in. We'll set this all off to the side. Again, I still have to do the video cord, and then we'll set that up there and set our dock there, and let me go find that video cable. Okay, it's all hooked up. The HDMI cable took a little bit of oomph, but nothing I couldn't handle. I've been working out. So now we're ready to go. Let me set my keyboard over here. Get it on camera. I promised it some camera time. It's the only reason I'd agreed to do these videos. We got that there. We can kind of see the monitor there in the corner. Bring that over. We got. Oh, let's hook the speakers up too. They're important. Drum roll, please. I'm going to take my male USB connector here. Going to bring it over and plug it into the USB connector on the Encore Mini. Plug that in. Wait for a second. No smoke came out. That's not necessarily something that you can take for granted. So let's see. First, it is charging, and I don't know. On my last video there was too much glare. You couldn't see that, so I'll bring that up a little closer. So we can see there in the corner that it's charging, hopefully. And that's a good sign. That means that part works. Let's go into the desktop here. Let's try my mouse is working. So we got that. We're doing some device setup here. That's a good sign. Several new devices getting installed. Action's going on in the Action Center. Action is good. So now again, this box only has 1 gig of RAM and a fairly pathetic processor. So it's really working hard right now to get this stuff done. So we'll let it install these things. But again, my mouse already works, my keyboard works. Let's see what speakers. My speakers are coming out of the USB thing, and again, you can't tell because of the glare. Actually, let me slide this in a little closer. And that is the USB speakers. So we're still waiting to get the monitor lit up. That's kind of the big finale. You can see in the background here the task manager is just doing everything we can. If this tablet had a crane or a crank on the side, I would be using that right now to kind of help move things along. But again, it's a $99 tablet. My expectations are not very high for it. The other interesting thing right now is while this is going on, the CPU is working pretty hard. The memory is working a little bit, but notice that the disk, and I don't know if you can tell, let me pick it up, the disk is actually maxed out. So that tells me that it's an I/O contention thing that's slowing things down, not so much RAM or CPU. We'll install that. Okay, so we've got a thing now. We've got the display link drivers that need to be installed for the USB to video. I accept that. And again, it's the CPU, or it's the disk I/O that is maxed out. So that kind of gives you an idea of what these devices, what pain points you're going to have. Flashing, monitor lit up. Happy. And there we go. So it added the second monitor. It's all good to go. It found that monitor. I like this. I like how it is. Everything looks good. Can do the identify thing. That's number 1, and that's number 2. So there we go, completely usable. This dock works great for the Toshiba Mini. I'm going to minimize Task Manager here. It is still charging, so that's a good sign. So I don't know which devices this is installing right now because so far everything works. Our keyboard works. That gives us to the start screen and back. Our mouse works. Obviously our speakers work. Our video works. Right now it's set to extend, so that's good. So it's asking us to install some device drivers. I think we're good. And let me look. Yep, network is Ethernet, so it is using the USB Ethernet adapter. It is not connected with wireless. So I would say this is a success. If you have a Toshiba Mini, Encore Mini tablet for $100, again cheap at twice the price, you can buy one of these $90 Plugable Pro 8 docks and make a full workstation out of it. I think we're good. I think it's all here. So there we go. I can come here. I can fire up Internet Explorer. See what the folks on MSN are doing today. I wonder what's going on YouTube. I wonder if there's any good videos out on YouTube. Let's go see here. Let's go to my favorite YouTube site, Todd Clint Netcast, see what that crazy cat's up to these days. And just to see what the performance is like, I'm going to take this screen, I'm going to drag it over to my other monitor. I'm going to make it full screen and see how well it handles a YouTube video. That's something that's customarily kind of hard on machines. So let's go ahead and do that. Bring it over here. Start that video. Gonna make it full screen. And then because you guys are suffering enough watching this, I'm going to mute that one. It's some powerful editing there. I don't know if YouTube gives awards for great editing in videos, but if so, this tape should be nominated. So there we go. It's going. It's playing full screen. As far as I can tell, it's not dropping any frames. Let's bring it over here to where the action is. So we'll jump 4 minutes in to kind of see what's going on there. It has not jumped there yet. It's buffering. Okay, it's mostly keeping up. Looks like it's dropping a couple frames here and there, but watchable, usable. And again, this is important because all the video going on this monitor is happening on the CPU on the tablet. It's not using the GPU, any GPU that's there, so it's working extra hard. And if we look over here on the tablet itself, I've got Task Manager up and going. We can see the CPU is working kind of hard, but really RAM and disk again are where the bottleneck is. So completely usable. I haven't, fired up Outlook or Word or any of those kind of things and tried to draft any proposals or file any bank statements. But other than that, this looks pretty good. So this is a viable solution for this if you want to use a desktop setup with a Toshiba Encore Mini. Thanks for watching. If you have any other ideas for videos, things you'd like to see me try and fail at miserably, let me know. You can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/ToddClintNetcast or on Twitter @ToddClint. Thanks.